A hearty congratulations to the recently crowned First Citizen Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year, Nicholas Paul and Teniel Campbell, coming from Sports Minister Shamfa Cudjoe. The minister said in a release she continues to be impressed with and inspired by the outstanding performance, perseverance and grit of these two athletes. She also congratulated the other winners and encouraged all other athletes to keep their focus and continue to find alternative ways to keep fit. Nicholas Paul was the shoe-in for the top award after a splendid 2019 when he set a world record 9.1 seconds in the flying 200 at the Pan Am Elite Track Championships over in Bolivia and added another gold in the sprint event at the Pan Am Games earlier. Campbell also dominated women's road cycling and qualified for the Tokyo Olympics behind some strong performances at home and abroad, especially a 4-medal burst at the CAC Games in Colombia in July. Tonight, we wrap up our two-part look at the 10 deserving personalities who found their way into the First Citizen Sports Foundation's Hall of Fame in 2020. Ruskin Mark has more from a remarkable class of outstanding individuals.
The legendary Dwight York is just one name on a long list of outstanding athletes who say thank you to Bertil Sinclair almost on a daily basis for all that he has done in molding them into not just good athletes, but outstanding men and women who are making great contributions to society today. His elevation to the status of Hall of Famer was more of when rather than if he would get there.
Football has 3 A's. The first A is ability. And we load at that in Trinidad today. The second A is aggression, which you need to separate them, all because things too easy. But the final A is attitude, and it's so important.
Similarly, George Bovell III was a given to someday make the Hall, and when his name was called, it was greeted with a sense of satisfaction and agreement. His Olympic bronze medal and World Championship success only tells part of the story of how successful a swimmer he was, especially given the obstacles he had to overcome to enjoy that success.
I think looking back, as long as I live, this will be one of the years and seasons that I'm most proud of, having fought back from nothing to make the Olympic finals and then win a World Championship medal.
It's about learning. You learn more about yourself, you learn about what you need to do and how to do it. And if you continue to do everything you always did, then you'll only be as good as you've always been. You have to continually be finding ways to improve.
Rounding off this class of distinguished individuals is the break of barriers in Taekwondo star Cheralan Sanka, who reached the pinnacle of her sport when she qualified for the Olympic Games.
It's over 30-something years I'm in the sport of Taekwondo. I've been into the Pan Am Games, CAC Games, Commonwealth Games, World Games, and to the level of Olympics in Sydney 2000, which was the first time Taekwondo was a demonstration sport before.
All of them deserving, as are the last 2 posthumous nominees in Dexter St. Louis, who is still the only TNT table tennis player to qualify for the Olympics, and he did it twice. And the man rounding off the 10 is the late Dave Lamy, himself a household name in sport broadcasting, and more particularly as the voice of horse racing in TNT for several years. Ruskin Mark, TDT Sports.